I've always loved Westerns, and I thought a Canadian Western would be great fun, but I wanted to maintain a lot of that iconography that is part of what we understand to be a Western. And by putting these elements together, it almost seemed natural that it would turn into somewhat of a comedy.
I love those old Westerns. I think there's something very kind of primal and essential in them, and this has those qualities, and that kind of turns it on its head.
It's just such a lovely story. It just made me laugh and giggle, and I really cared about the people.
Just the very premise of it is fantastic. I mean, just telling people what the premise is puts a smile on their face, and it just seemed so right.
We scouted through the winter, and then it was sometime in late March, early April that we got to this particular ranch that we're on now.
The general layout of the town, it's a small town. We're basically on the main road here.
The location, which was outside of Soyuz, was really important because we needed authenticity. We needed to get to a location where there really were all of the things that were going to sell this movie as a Western.
A period piece for a designer is something that you just, you wait for. You might wait your whole career to do something like this.
Matthew came, and he was very, very excited about the idea of creating this space in this town. And so we've tried to be accurate, at least in terms of portraying this time in this area of the country.
We all agreed that an early decision to go as real as possible.
Please build us a town, they said.
We were under a crazy schedule, and the stuff that was built in Vancouver in the shop had to be broken down into these 10-foot sections so they could go onto a truck to be shipped, 5 hours out of town to be constructed.
Basically what it boils down to is there's 9 different structures to build, so I need to have one structure every 2 days coming out of this shop. So to break it down, we have about 21 working days to have an entire Western town standing in a Soyuz. It is a challenge.
With set dressing, everything, the big question was always, is this period appropriate? And you have to ask yourself that question on everything from, the knife at dinner to the windows in the buildings and stuff.
And I think we've really, given it a sense of authenticity, a sense of wear. And by putting these elements together, I think the town is as much a star in the film as anybody else.